Hey guys, what is going on? Welcome back to the channel. Today I thought I would quickly go through how you can listen to an earnings call within the Robinhood application. As an example, here I have Tesla, a very interesting, very contentious earnings call today with Tesla, its CEO Elon Musk, and a number of analysts present at the meeting. For new investors on the channel, essentially an earnings call is a teleconference. It's essentially a webcast in which a company discusses the financial results of a particular reporting period. If we take a look at the statistics and Q1 earnings here, you can see Q1 2018 earnings recently came out. You can see an actual earnings per share. This is what the company reports. You can see here for Tesla, negative $3.35 versus an expected earnings per share. And this is a number that is generated by a number of financial analysts. An analyst can be a securities analyst, research analyst, equity, investment, ratings analyst. They essentially come up with a number that a company is trying to beat. And you'll often hear a company missing or beating its earnings, and this is what they're talking about, whether the actual earnings per share is better or worse than what was expected for a company. And the expected earnings per share, a lot of the information that goes into some of the financial models that kind of predict what a company is going to do is based off these earnings calls. So let's kind of go through an earnings call here and how to access that in the Robinhood application. It's very easy. As you can see here in the middle, there is a replay earnings call. Typically, you can get this live as well if you happen to have the application open during a live earnings call. Very interesting to listen to some of these earnings calls. And again, there are a number of people from the company, from Tesla at the meeting. Typically, the most important members are the CEO, the Chief Executive Officer, as well as the CFO, the Chief Financial Officer. But there's a number of other individuals at the meeting as well. And the number of investment firms and other analysts who put ratings and who come up with the expected earnings per share are present at the meeting. Take a look at the earnings call here. You can see there's an introduction. Typically, that's a very formal introduction to an earnings call, business and financial overview, and then the majority is a question and answer session here. Listen to a little bit of this conference call here. A very interesting few statements at 36:15. Let's see if we can get there. But you can listen to this entire conference call in its entirety by simply logging into the Robinhood application. Very, very accessible. So let's kind of go over to 36:15. At one point, Elon Musk, untypical in an earnings call, is essentially referring to the question as boring and boneheaded question. Very, very interesting. This isn't something typically you would hear in a conference call.
Discretion here to go spend money where needed.
Currently answering a question. There'll be a follow-up.
And so where specifically will you be in terms of your capital requirement?
Next. Boring bonehead questions are not cool. Next.
Thank you.
So typically, a CEO of a company will not respond in that manner to financial analysts because really, these are the analysts that a company will go to if they need equity financing. So that was an earnings call. You can do this for any company really on the market. Simply go to the earnings section right below the statistics section, and you can open up those earnings calls. Like I said, you can listen to this live or, as we're doing today, as a replay of that earnings call. So a very cool feature within the application. Very, very cool to kind of listen to some of the different conversations. I've listened to a number of exchanges. This was by far one of the most interesting. But if you know Elon Musk, he definitely has a different way about him. He's not your typical CEO. And a lot of the commentary that I've been reading about this particular conference call has been very negative. But if you listen to the entire conference call, it was a pretty good conference call overall. There are a few sections where there were some sound bites by Elon Musk, but for the most part, it was a very good earnings call. I did not think it was scandalous or contentious in any fashion. If you listen to all of the questions, you can kind of see why there were some frustration from the CEO, Elon Musk, in this particular earnings call. But again, just quickly wanted to go through how you can access these earnings calls in the Robinhood application. Like I said, almost every company will have these posted. You can simply log into the application here. Sometimes you have to put in a username and password. You can just put anything in for the application. It doesn't have to be your actual name or email to access those earnings call, but very cool feature within the Robinhood application. So just quickly wanted to do a quick video here going through how you can access these earnings calls. Very cool feature and something that I would definitely recommend that you listen to at least a few of these to kind of see what is discussed. This was by far one of the most interesting discussions I've heard in quite some time. So not to make the video too long, I'll kind of end it here. Again, if you guys enjoy the videos, if you guys enjoy the content on the channel, feel free to like, share, and subscribe. And until next video, we'll see you then.